On the table. The keys are on the table. The keys are on the table. In the car. She left her phone in the car. She left her phone in the car. At the door. Someone is knocking at the door. Someone is knocking at the door. Under the bed. The cat is hiding under the bed. The cat is hiding under the bed. By the window. I love reading by the window. I love reading by the window. Over the bridge. We drove over the bridge to get to the city. We drove over the bridge to get to the city. Near the park. They live near the park. They live near the park. In the house. I left my jacket in the house. I left my jacket in the house. Outside the building. They waited outside the building. They waited outside the building. Across the street. The coffee shop is across the street. The coffee shop is across the street. Between the lines. Read between the lines to understand the message. Read between the lines to understand the message. Beside the road. There's a bench beside the road. There's a bench beside the road. Along the path. We walked along the path by the river. We walked along the path by the river. Behind the curtain. The actor hid behind the curtain. The actor hid behind the curtain. In front of the TV. The kids are sitting in front of the TV. The kids are sitting in front of the TV. Around the corner. The grocery store is just around the corner. The grocery store is just around the corner. Beyond the horizon. The sun disappeared beyond the horizon. The sun disappeared beyond the horizon. Within the city. Everything you need is within the city. Everything you need is within the city. Past the store. I drove past the store by accident. I drove past the store by accident. Beneath the surface. There's more going on beneath the surface. There's more going on beneath the surface. Before the meeting. I'll send the document before the meeting. I'll send the document before the meeting. After the show. Let's grab dinner after the show. Let's grab dinner after the show. During the day. It's quieter during the day. It's quieter during the day. At night. The city lights are beautiful at night. The city lights are beautiful at night. In the morning. I like to exercise in the morning. I like to exercise in the morning. In the afternoon. She called me in the afternoon. She called me in the afternoon. In the evening. They usually have tea in the evening. They usually have tea in the evening. By sunset. We should arrive by sunset. We should arrive by sunset. Until tomorrow. Hold on to it until tomorrow. Hold on to it until tomorrow. For a while. Let's rest here for a while. Let's rest here for a while. From now on. I'll be more careful from now on. I'll be more careful from now on. At dawn. We left the house at dawn. We left the house at dawn. Since last year. They've been friends since last year. They've been friends since last year. By midnight. The project is due by midnight. The project is due by midnight. After dinner. We went for a walk after dinner. We went for a walk after dinner. Before breakfast. I check my emails before breakfast. I check my emails before breakfast. In the meantime. I'll handle this in the meantime. I'll handle this in the meantime. For a moment. Let's sit here for a moment. Let's sit here for a moment. At that time. I was busy at that time. I was busy at that time. Over the weekend. We visited family over the weekend. We visited family over the weekend. For your information. This meeting is just for your information. This meeting is just for your information. Because of the rain. The game was cancelled because of the rain. The game was cancelled because of the rain. Due to illness. She couldn't attend due to illness. She couldn't attend due to illness. In honor of her. We hosted a party in honor of her. We hosted a party in honor of her. For the purpose of safety. This area is restricted for the purpose of safety. This area is restricted for the purpose of safety. For peace of mind. I double-check everything for peace of mind. I double-check everything for peace of mind. For the sake of argument. Let's consider it for the sake of argument. Let's consider it for the sake of argument. In light of recent events. In light of recent events, we decided to wait. In light of recent events, we decided to wait. Owing to circumstances. We had to cancel owing to circumstances. We had to cancel owing to circumstances. In order to win. She trained hard in order to win. She trained hard in order to win. In case of emergency. Call this number in case of emergency. Call this number in case of emergency. On behalf of the team. I'm speaking on behalf of the team. I'm speaking on behalf of the team. In spite of the odds. She succeeded in spite of the odds. She succeeded in spite of the odds. In addition to that. He's studying French in addition to English. He's studying French in addition to English. In the event of rain. The party will move indoors in the event of rain. The party will move indoors in the event of rain. In response to your letter. I'm writing in response to your letter. I'm writing in response to your letter. Under certain conditions. This works under certain conditions. This works under certain conditions. With the exception of this. Everything is fine with the exception of this. Everything is fine with the exception of this. Regardless of the outcome. He'll be there regardless of the outcome. He'll be there regardless of the outcome. In view of the situation. In view of the situation, we'll proceed carefully. In view of the situation, we'll proceed carefully. Of great value. This artifact is of great value. This artifact is of great value. With his friends. He went to the concert with his friends. He went to the concert with his friends. Of the highest quality. The product is of the highest quality. The product is of the highest quality. With all my heart. I love you with all my heart. I love you with all my heart. With her family. She spent the holiday with her family. She spent the holiday with her family. Of their own choice. They made that decision of their own choice. They made that decision of their own choice. In her opinion. In her opinion, it's the best option. In her opinion, it's the best option. In his hands. The decision is in his hands. The decision is in his hands. At his disposal. All resources are at his disposal. All resources are at his disposal. For her benefit. The decision was made for her benefit. The decision was made for her benefit. With love. She decorated the room with love. She decorated the room with love. In anger. He spoke to her in anger. He spoke to her in anger. In a good mood. She's usually in a good mood. She's usually in a good mood. With joy. They celebrated with joy. They celebrated with joy. In sadness. He left in sadness. He left in sadness. With a heavy heart. She said, goodbye. With a heavy heart. She said, goodbye. With a heavy heart. In shock. They stood there in shock. They stood there in shock. Out of jealousy. He acted out of jealousy. He acted out of jealousy. With pride. She watched her daughter with pride. She watched her daughter with pride. In awe of her. I am in awe of her courage. I am in awe of her courage. By the dozen. They bought eggs by the dozen. They bought eggs by the dozen. By the pound. We sell apples by the pound. We sell apples by the pound. In bulk. You can buy these items in bulk. You can buy these items in bulk. By the gallon. Gas is sold by the gallon. Gas is sold by the gallon. In large numbers. The birds migrated in large numbers. The birds migrated in large numbers. By the ounce. The spices are sold by the ounce. The spices are sold by the ounce. At a discount. I got the shoes at a discount. I got the shoes at a discount. By a majority. The decision was made by a majority. The decision was made by a majority. In high demand. This product is in high demand. This product is in high demand. By a fraction. The score was decided by a fraction. The score was decided by a fraction. In a hurry. She left the house in a hurry. She left the house in a hurry. With caution. Please proceed with caution. Please proceed with caution. By force. The door was opened by force. The door was opened by force. With care. Handle the package with care. Handle the package with care. At full speed. The car raced at full speed. The car raced at full speed. With confidence. He spoke with confidence. He spoke with confidence. In silence. They sat in silence. They sat in silence. By hand. She made the gift by hand. She made the gift by hand. With enthusiasm. The kids greeted her with enthusiasm. The kids greeted her with enthusiasm. In surprise. She looked at him in surprise. She looked at him in surprise. By phone. They contacted him by phone. They contacted him by phone. On the internet. She found the information on the internet. She found the information on the internet. In the newspaper. I read about it in the newspaper. I read about it in the newspaper. In an email. She sent the details in an email. She sent the details in an email. By text message. He confirmed by text message. He confirmed by text message. In a letter. They sent their reply in a letter. They sent their reply in a letter. On the radio. I heard the news on the radio. I heard the news on the radio. On TV. It was broadcast on TV. It was broadcast on TV. Through social media. She shared the photos through social media. She shared the photos through social media. Over the phone. We discussed it over the phone. We discussed it over the phone. By car. They traveled by car. They traveled by car. On foot. He commutes to work on foot. He commutes to work on foot. By train. They went to the city by train. They went to the city by train. By plane. We traveled overseas by plane. We traveled overseas by plane. On a bus. The students went on a bus. The students went on a bus. By bicycle. She goes to school by bicycle. She goes to school by bicycle. In a taxi. We took a ride in a taxi. We took a ride in a taxi. By subway. He travels by subway every day. He travels by subway every day. On the way. I'll pick it up on the way. I'll pick it up on the way. In transit. The package is in transit. The package is in transit. In progress. The project is still in progress. The project is still in progress. On hold. The plans are currently on hold. The plans are currently on hold. By the deadline. Please submit it by the deadline. Please submit it by the deadline. In production. The film is in production. The film is in production. On track. The project is on track. The project is on track. With permission. She entered with permission. She entered with permission. In charge of. He is in charge of the event. He is in charge of the event. Under review. The application is under review. The application is under review. At work. She's at work right now. She's at work right now. On a break. He's on a break. He's on a break. In a relationship. They are in a relationship. They are in a relationship. Out of friendship. He did it out of friendship. He did it out of friendship. In partnership with. The event was hosted in partnership with a local charity. The event was hosted in partnership with a local charity. On good terms. They are on good terms. They are on good terms. With respect. He treated them with respect. He treated them with respect. On behalf of. She accepted the award on behalf of her team. She accepted the award on behalf of her team. In connection with. He was arrested in connection with the case. He was arrested in connection with the case. At odds with. They were at odds with each other. They were at odds with each other. In relation to. I have a question in relation to your proposal. I have a question in relation to your proposal. In support of. The rally was held in support of the cause. The rally was held in support of the cause. In my opinion. In my opinion, this is the best option. In my opinion, this is the best option. According to him. According to him, it's accurate. According to him, it's accurate. By popular demand. The show was extended by popular demand. The show was extended by popular demand. In her view. In her view, it's a minor issue. In her view, it's a minor issue. Out of preference. She chose the red dress out of preference. She chose the red dress out of preference. In his estimation. In his estimation, it's worth the price. In his estimation, it's worth the price. On my part. There was no error on my part. There was no error on my part. From his perspective. From his perspective, the project was a success. From his perspective, the project was a success. As a rule. As a rule, she doesn't work weekends. As a rule, she doesn't work weekends. In her judgment. In her judgment, it was a fair decision. In her judgment, it was a fair decision. In good health. She is in good health. She is in good health. Under stress. He's been under stress lately. He's been under stress lately. In pain. She was in pain after the surgery. She was in pain after the surgery. In recovery. He's in recovery now. He's in recovery now. At risk. Smoking puts you at risk for illness. Smoking puts you at risk for illness. With allergies. He lives with allergies. He lives with allergies. In therapy. She's currently in therapy. She's currently in therapy. Under treatment. The patient is under treatment. The patient is under treatment. In critical condition. The driver is in critical condition. The driver is in critical condition. In good shape. He is in good shape for his age. He is in good shape for his age. At a high price. The dress came at a high price. The dress came at a high price. For free. The coffee is available for free. The coffee is available for free. On sale. These shoes are on sale today. These shoes are on sale today. By agreement. They settled by agreement. They settled by agreement. For a fee. He offers tutoring for a fee. He offers tutoring for a fee. At a discount. She bought the item at a discount. She bought the item at a discount. On a budget. They're traveling on a budget. They're traveling on a budget. Within reach. The goal is within reach. The goal is within reach. At a premium. Organic produce comes at a premium. Organic produce comes at a premium. In return for. She offered her services in return for free lessons. She offered her services in return for free lessons. In theory. In theory, it should work. In theory, it should work. In practice. In practice, it's more difficult. In practice, it's more difficult. At school. The kids are at school. The kids are at school. In class. She's learning French in class. She's learning French in class. In training. He's currently in training. He's currently in training. By experience. She learned by experience. She learned by experience. In a textbook. The answer is in a textbook. The answer is in a textbook. With a tutor. She studies with a tutor. She studies with a tutor. At university. He's a professor at university. He's a professor at university. On a course. She's on a course in photography. She's on a course in photography. In the distance. You can see the mountains in the distance. You can see the mountains in the distance. Out of breath. He was out of breath after running. He was out of breath after running. In the know. She's always in the know. She's always in the know. For a change. Let's eat out for a change. Let's eat out for a change. By coincidence. We met by coincidence. We met by coincidence. On average. On average, she sleeps 7 hours a night. On average, she sleeps 7 hours a night. Out of nowhere. The storm appeared out of nowhere. The storm appeared out of nowhere. By chance. They met by chance. They met by chance. In a nutshell. In a nutshell, the project was a success. In a nutshell, the project was a success. On the way out. I grabbed my coat on the way out. I grabbed my coat on the way out. At a glance. He understood the diagram at a glance. He understood the diagram at a glance. On purpose. She did it on purpose. She did it on purpose. For good measure. He added another coat of paint for good measure. He added another coat of paint for good measure. In the long run. It's better in the long run. It's better in the long run. By the book. He does everything by the book. He does everything by the book. On second thought. On second thought, I'll join you. On second thought, I'll join you. With all due respect. With all due respect, I disagree. With all due respect, I disagree. In the nick of time. They arrived in the nick of time. They arrived in the nick of time. At the end of the day. At the end of the day, we're all human. At the end of the day, we're all human.